In this video, we're just going to cover something that's kind of decorative and allows us to edit and make our models just a little bit more visually interesting. Here, I'm going to utilize something known as model text, and what it does is adds 3D text to a building model. So it's just kind of an interesting thing that just kind of adds more appeal to your design. So I'm going to go ahead and move to I want to go ahead and put in like the name of our building on the side of there. So I'm going to go ahead and move to the south elevation. Here is our building, and I'm going to choose the model text option. The first thing they want us to do is it wants us to pick a plane, or we can pick a line and use the work plane that it was sketched in. I'm going to pick the plane, and I'm just going to say OK. And I'm going to choose our wall, and our model text we can type in here we'll call it the Keystone Library Center, and I'll say OK. Our model text right now is based on 24-inch aerial, so it's just 2 foot, and we can go through and place our text in a certain area within our building. So there's our Keystone Library Center. If we want to go through and make some changes to that text, we can also select it, say edit the text, and edit it through that way. But when you select it, you can also, through the type properties, right now you can you'll notice I have a 12-inch aerial that I've created, but 24-inch is the default. If you wish to go through and change the size, I'm going to go ahead and say edit the type. I want to duplicate, and I usually try to name it whatever size that I want it to be. So let's say I wanted to bump this up to 36-inch aerial. Say OK. This is aerial. Here I can go ahead and put in 36 inches if I wanted to. And then now, or 3 foot, I can make it bold. I can also italicize it. I'm going to bold this because a lot of that kind of stands out a little better. And I'm going to go ahead and say OK. And now this allows me to go through and to create my Keystone Library Center model text. So when I go into my 3D view, there is my model text that shows up on the building and allows me to go through and to create some different signage or things like that, or on different areas of our building we can create it. In my building, so I will go through and show on level 1, I'm going to run a section view through the building here. And let me adjust this just a little bit. And actually, I'm just going to redraw this. And I can go to view. I have gone through, let me change my level of detail to fine and to a shaded level. So I did go through and do the same kind of process. So if you want to do some additions to your building, I can also, within the section view, model text, picking a plane. I already set an elevator there. Maybe I want to go through and click on this, and maybe we want to put up a model text for emergency stairs. Say OK. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place it. And then what I can do from my type properties, once I have this selected, I'm going to drop that down to 12-inch aerial, so which is what I did from there. So then I can go ahead and have emergency stairs. That is also located there as well. I can also, if I need to, edit the text. So maybe I wish to do this, maybe to make it have just a little bit more of our appeal. I can also change from the type properties whether I want it to be center aligned, left aligned, or right. I can also change the material by the category if I need to from the type properties. So if we want to have concrete or stone or whatever look appearance to it, I can also change depth, so how far it sticks out. 6 inches is the default, but we can always change that depth from the type properties menu. So here I can go ahead and also I'm going to use the arrow keys here just to kind of move that. There's our emergency stairs. If I want to, for example, I'm going to select this model text. I'm going to choose copy to clipboard. Under the paste, I want to say align to selected levels. I'm going to go ahead and choose, when that pop-up opens, align it to level 2. Say OK, and now you'll see a level 2 will show up there as well. So we're able to go through and to add some different elements to this, detail elements that would show up onto our model and create some interesting signage, or maybe even allow to do that, and just using some of those tools. But we're able to go through and kind of make a very interesting design based upon what we have available. Again, just another little detail item that just adds some more appeal.